Hi, guys. Welcome to the Anfield Dream podcast. It's good to be back. It's been a crazy last 10, 14 days. We did make it to the Manchester United game in Colombia, drove through storms and drove through a hurricane on the way back. And we got some tragic news that our daughter's great grandmother passed away. She was just a few days shy of her 99th birthday. Incredible. Everybody was looking forward to that. The funeral was yesterday. We've been on the road for well over 40 hours, just all over the place and very exhausted. And anyway, what I'd like to do here, guys, is just to look at what I saw, what I liked, what I think where we can make some improvements, and just a little reflection on the entire preseason. Just watched the doubleheader with Sevilla and Las Palmas. And all in all, I really, really, really like what I've seen with slot ball, and as the squad learns, what he expects of them. Obviously, with the different times, some have taken to it like a duck to water. Some of them very late, and they, in the preseason, and are getting used to what he is expecting of them. And so let's first look at the squad here. What I see here, for me, my starting goalkeeper would obviously be Allison. And but Queeve, hopefully, he wants to win stuff. Hopefully, he sticks around. But Yaroslav has been very strong, so we have some very good depth there on the goalkeeping side. We're going to be going for all the competitions. The priority, obviously, being the league and the Champions League, but also going for all the cups. As far as center back, once again, we have some very strong options here. We need to keep all the guys healthy. This is something which I've also noticed. It's no injuries. No injuries the entire preseason. I mean, our lads and those who had injuries coming in, are coming along well. And obviously, I would like to see a couple more. I would like to have seen Bobby and of course Jaden. A little setback there. He's going to miss the first 2 months with rehab and things like that. But anyway, overall, what I've seen in the U.S., what I've seen in all the warm-up games, what I saw, against Sevilla today, I've been very pleased. So I would start with Virgil and Kwanzaa. Konate is warming up. He did a whole lot better in the warm-up against Las Palmas, and so I see those two guys there with Konate rotating here, and Joey looks really, really strong, and I see Joey rotating there too. Nat Phillips has looked really good. Sepp Vandenberg has looked really good. I know Sepp wants first team ball, and as with Carvalho did very well, but he got sold, obviously. So I think Sepp might be on his way out, but it's just we're just going to make sure these guys all stay healthy. And I think there's an option there. Nat, I mean he needs to get first team ball, so I see him also leaving. But it's hopefully we get a little more strength and depth there, and these guys decide to stay and fight for the position. We got very, 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 very good options there. Like with always, if you want to go natural left footer, natural right footer, ideally a natural left footer in there as well. But that's we got so many riches here. It's we're going for it all. So we'll see how the market plays out there, and then in the future in the keeping department, depending on what happens with Queeve. Obviously, they're looking at some talents that was recognized in the Euros, and we'll see what happens there. As far as left back goes, I mean, it's going to be Semi for me. He's been very, very, for the most part, very steady, and he's understood the system. Rob was obviously getting more time working his way back to fitness, but he'll have to fight for that. But for me right now, Simi's got that shirt. We got a lot of options here. Scanlon looks good. The kids, we have a lot of options here on the left. On the right is where it gets really, really tricky here. Because it's obviously Joey can also rotate here, but I have him more for the center back position because he's looked really, really good. Here, it's going to be between Trent and Connor. It just becomes and they're both very similar and both extremely talented. Trent came on and did this thing against Sevilla and reminded everybody why he is TAA. He just is. So right now, and I would start with Trent, but Connor is definitely in there, and Stevenson. once again, very, very impressive throughout the entire preseason. So we got a lot of good rotation going there as far as the kids go. In the middle, this is where it gets interesting. As far as lining up, it's more for 4-3-3, but it's very, very fluid. It's very, very fluid. So we're going to see the ball in the back of the net and the opponent side. So we just plant that ball out there, and let's move these guys up for now, and let's look at the midfield. All right. What we've seen a lot right off the bat is he's definitely preferring a double, right? And so it's just who does he want to put in the double? Maka has taken to a duck to water, but I see Maka being more progressive. Ryan he did the holding role well. Harvey and Sobo also more forward, more like a double 10. Till we'll get to the forward positions in a little bit. But what we are so stacked here. It's just who do you start? What I would like to see, hopefully, there's. I'm very positive the Zubameni thing is going to happen. If Martin comes in, it's going to be a natural. I would have a McAllister, Martin, just conducting, and then I would go either with a Sobo or an Elliott or a Sobo Elliott combination as a staggered double 10. If we are going to go with a 9, right now as it stands, Darwin, has to understand what Slot is looking for from him. So Diogo, a special goal today, by the way, Diogo. My goodness, goal, definitely, a shout out for the goal the whole preseason. It was phenomenal. Watching Trent doing this thing, and first time, that was just on the left as well. That was just phenomenal. So right now, that would be Jota's sure to lose right there. Obviously Carvalho's gone, but he was doing a lot of that bombing down there. But Lucho reminded all of us why Lucho is Lucho. He stays healthy. He gets back to the Lucho from a couple of years ago. That's his shirt to lose. Gakpo was very, very impressive also in the Euros. So it'll be more of a rotation with both of those guys. On this side, Mo has been back to old Mo. And Doak is just electrifying down here. Right? So that's who I see out there. Getting back to the middle, as to rotate, who has really, really, really caught my eye is Trey Nyoni. I mean, he has just been phenomenal. He can be in the holding role. He can be more an A. He can do the more forward, even as a 10. And so it's the way because with slot ball, it's all about ball control. It's all about being very, very aggressive. Attacking the ball. So the ball starts on the back. As soon as they get control back, they've been moving to more of a 3 in the back as they move the line high. Right. So Verge, Kwanzaa, or Konate, whoever, and right now Simi as he bombs down there. Trent, the double 6. If they get back to a say a Ryan Trent combination, and Trent is doing some of that in that version, also playing like a staggered 6. We're going high with either with Maka or a Sobo or a Harvey stagger there. It's they've been overloading. There's been a lot of fluidity for the forwards. I mean, you've seen both Lucio and Diogo both attacking from the left, and of course Mo doing his overlaps sure with whoever, whether it's a Sobo, whether it's a Trent or a Connor or whoever is on the right. He's been doing the overlaps sure, and so that's how I see it, guys. And like I said, we have so much depth in rotation, so much depth. It's very aggressive, and when we lose the ball, I mean, they're literally, it's just all about triangles. It's all about distance. It's just pinging the ball all the way around. It's maintaining it. It's close quarters control. Curtis had also been very, very good. He has been moments where he's been like today in the warm up. There was a couple of times where his close control. I mean, he just was phenomenal. But he also has tended to lose the ball, but he's also playing himself back in the game fitness. So he has been very, very impressive as well. So much depth. Obviously, when they're coming back, Everybody is moving back and attacking the ball. These guys are sprinting back. These guys are getting back. If there's an overlap, we're having cover there. You know, and they're just converging on the ball. They're just converging on the ball, and you know, pressing. It's just constant. It's more than pressing. It's literally attacking the ball, and it's making sure spacing is good, making sure the triangles are good. You know, covering. We saw a lot of that today in the warm up. You know, it's in this one case they closed, but it was just Hickey was just he just unsighted Yaros. You know, using I think that was Kwanzaa, and then curve the ball around. So this really, I mean, that was just a phenomenal skill on his part to be able to bend the ball. But still, you saw the drawback. You saw the cover. You know, you see what they're trying to do here. It's very 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 aggressive, and I really really like what I see. And so yeah, it's really more of that is what we're seeing. It's really more of that is what we're seeing. So in this case, it was literally more for an overload. And when Trent came in, he was doing the Roman position, and it was more like that. So tight triangles wherever. So very 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 aggressive and winning the ball back. Very very aggressive with ball control, starting from the back. Coming in from a center back to the keeper and just moving it side to side till you get a runner have an option to do rapid close passes. And for this to work, obviously the close passing is critical. It has to be extremely precise. Every once in a while, a couple of times Curtis gave it up. It's just that's game sharpness. It's just slight giveaway, and you have an issue. That happened once with against Sevilla with Kwanzaa, but he recovered well. And of course, Alisson made himself big as he does, and it just bodes well for. And the keepers always play a sweeper role because the line is so high anyway. Especially when you're attacking them, and everybody's up here, and then you're sweeping right here. So a lot of talent, guys. We what I'd like to see, if I'm counting on the Zuperman deal happening. When that happens, it's going to be him and McAllister basically orchestrating. Two guys with phenomenal control, and then you have Trent on the overlap doing a lot of this because he's been given freedom. Connor's capable of doing that as well. You have options of Curtis and Sobo and Ryan and Harvey. The double if they choose to do a double 10, a staggered double 10, it would be Sobo and Harvey would be my choice. Rotation down here, I would have a Ryan in here. Ryan and Curtis rotating with Maka and Martin. I'm counting on that being done, but I'm not going to hatch my eggs before they're hatched. But I'm counting that being done. And then we have all the kids that are phenomenal and roll. Trey Nyoni, my goodness, he can pivot. He can hold up. He can do a double. He can even play as a I don't even call this a false nine, but more in the 8 or 10. I mean, and he is so versatile. That kid, very 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 impressed. He's really stood out this entire preseason. And as far as the back, I mean, it's just across the board. Everybody stays healthy. I mean, Nat has looked great. Sepp has impressed, and of course, now Konate is slipping in the gear. The warm up against Las Palmas, he looked really good, and of course, Verge was Verge. he just dominant, and Verge was just silky smooth today. And of course, Kwanzaa doing Kwanzaa things. Down here, we have playing a left center. Joey also looked good. There's also a lot of cover here, but it's going to right now. It's like I said, it's going to be Simi, but it's Robo. Gets more in the game time and match fitness. They're going to be rotation there, and possibly Joey as well. On the right, I was very impressed with Stevenson as well. We obviously have both Trent and Connor, so a lot of depth there. And as keepers, hopefully Queeve stays. He wants to win more. Hopefully he stays. But we got Yaros, so we got Alisson needs to stay healthy. Guys, we can go for all. we can go for it all. In fact, we are going to go for it all. That's how I see it this season. Priority, obviously, is the league and Champions League. But we have so much depth here, guys. We're going to need at least a 24 to 26 man squad to challenge, and we have more than that, actually. That's where, Carvalho, as impressive as he's been trimmed. The squad has been trimmed, and they're going to do more trimming because I still see a couple. I would like to have a couple more in. I would like to have ideally a true left-footed to cover center left. And if we're going to have the winger role, if we're going to go more for traditional left wing, or it's just left back role, somebody there. But whatever it is, with this style of football, it's all about precision. It's all about being perfect with the short passes. It's control ball, and which means everybody has to have good feet. You have a sweeper keeper, so we have three of them that are very, very good with their feet. All three are very good with their feet. So we are blessed in this department right here. World class all over the place. Mo is looking like the old Mo. I mean, he is hungry. The pace. I mean, Mo's back. Mo's back. So very, very exciting. I hope the lads stay healthy. I hope, we haul in a whole bunch of trophies and stay competitive, every year. And hopefully we get, I'm very confident on Martin. I'm very confident. That gets sorted out, and because they made it very, very clear that they want this thing wrapped up. So it wouldn't shock me at all to have a contract and a medical all thing wrapped up here even the next 24 hours. They're moving very aggressively. As far as I can see, what I've been checking in on, they're moving very aggressively with us. So they want that thing wrapped up, and they're also looking at for the future. The kid that did really, really well, goalkeeper in the Euros. I think it's. Jorginho, or I can't quite remember the guy's name. I see his face. His name just slipped my mind. But I was very impressed, watching him in the Euros, and I know they're looking there. They have fabulous keepers right now. That will come down to what Queve's going to do, but for that's one for the future as well. And as far as a lot of the kids being loaned out to get first team options, like the Bobby Clarks of the world. I think Tyler Morton, he's been phenomenal. Owen Beck has looked good as well. I think they might either get them first team ball, be loaned out, and or be some of them might even be sold. So we'll see. But we have so much depth and talent right now, guys. It is a very good place to be. You'll never walk alone. We'll talk more soon. I'm absolutely wiped out, exhausted, and just looking forward to the season, guys. Looking forward to a fabulous season. We'll talk soon.